Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now back to the breaking news we first brought you at 5. A Waterbury man has been arrested in connection with the crash on I-91 in Enfield that injured 2 state troopers. Thanks for staying with us this Friday night. I'm Stefan Reels. Now, the suspect is 18-year-old Joel Kaiser of Waterbury. Authorities charged him with reckless driving and other traffic violations. And in addition, they said he was driving without a license at the time. Kaiser is locked up tonight on a $100,000 bond. Meantime, new video shows the moment a car spun out of control and hit those troopers on I-91 in Enfield yesterday morning. What you see on your screen right now is camera on a tow truck that responded to the crash. You can see an Acura driver over by a standing water before it proceeded to spin. State police say Kaiser was behind the wheel, and they released this video as well. Now, they also released this dash cam video that shows the Acura crashing into a police cruiser, which hit Trooper John Genovese. Let's put these two now side by side so you can get a better view of them. Investigators say Kaiser was traveling too fast for the conditions on the road at the time. And tonight, Fox 61 Celine Arif shares the moments from those moments caught on camera and what state police hope other drivers learn from the crash.
Right now, Connecticut State Police are calling Thursday's accident, quote, absolutely preventable, and they're using the accident to urge folks to please slow down and safely move over lanes when emergency response crews are on the interstate. 2 state troopers were sent to the hospital after one of their vehicles was hit by another car. That happened when they were investigating a different crash on the right shoulder of I-91. Police say they had their emergency lights on, but it still didn't stop this from happening.
They are definitely on the mend, and we're so grateful for all of our community members who have reached out with their well wishes. Our focus in the Connecticut State Police is to keep the safety of our citizens as well as our troopers at the forefront. So we wish both of our troopers a speedy recovery.
That's Captain Kate Coney with the Connecticut State Police. She says what happened Thursday should be a learning lesson.
We cannot do this alone out on Connecticut highways. We hear what citizens are saying. We know people are speeding. We need people to partner with us and slow down, especially when conditions are inclement.
For their investigation, she says this is what they're looking into.
Things that we're looking at when we do a motor vehicle investigation include speed and conditions of the roadway, conditions of the operator as well.
I talked with Tim Leduc, who says he drives I-91 every day to and from work. He says he sees concerning behavior on the interstate every day.
What I'm realizing is when there's construction going on, people are speeding. They're not paying attention to the roads. People are being distracted on their phones. When people see construction on the road, whether it's the highway or side roads, please put your phones down.
Now, Coney says they're thankful for everyone standing beside state police this week.
So Trooper Siri and Trooper Genovese are 2 of our best and brightest. They've both been on the job between 4 and 5 years. They're assigned to Troop H in Hartford, and so they are definitely well versed on Connecticut highways and roadways out there doing great work.
For now, the investigation is still ongoing. Reporting at the Connecticut State Police Troop in Hartford, Celine Arif, Fox 61.
Thanks, Celine. On to weather. We have a very warm and humid weekend ahead. This is a live look at our city cam of the Hartford skyline tonight. We're going to turn on over to meteorologist Sam Sampieri, who joins us with details for your first forecast. Sam, about how warm, humid is this going to be?
Oh, it's going to be warm and moderately humid this weekend, Stefan. And I do think that we're going to be mainly dry. Now, I do want to show you live Doppler radar. It does show a heavy cell up just to our north there. And basically, that's where they have flash flood warning going on there. Also, there is a severe thunderstorm cell up in the northeastern Massachusetts there, just to the west of the Boston area. Doesn't look to be a big threat there. It's trying to come down out of New Hampshire. Right now, temperatures are in the 70s and 80s, dew points in the 60s and 70s, so it is quite humid out there. It's cooler along the beaches if you're heading out this evening for a little bit of dining, and also warmer inland with temperatures up near 80, of course. So next 12 hours overnight, we'll get temperatures down into the 60s to near 70. We'll have early morning fog, and then afternoon sun, and each day we'll have temperatures into the 80s. There is a slight chance for a spotted shower, but I think most of the time we're going to be dry this weekend. Coming up, I'll let you know how hot it will get next week. Stefan?
I just want you guys to just try to be strong. We're going to go through a difficult time, and it's not going to be easy, to let her go.
Now at 6, tragic news out of Waterbury. An investigation is now underway into a deadly overnight shooting that claimed the life of a 17-year-old girl. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza brings us the latest information and the words you just heard from the family of the teen.
A Waterbury family is mourning the loss of a 17-year-old girl after police say she was shot and killed early Friday morning. Now investigators are still working to learn more about what led up to the deadly shooting here on Willow Street.
I just think that, the crime in the city needs to stop, and that, my hearts go out to my family, and I ask for anybody for some prayer and to keep us in mind.
That was Raheem Saunders, the victim's cousin, who is grieving after hearing the news about his loved one. It all happened around 2:45 Friday morning. Police say they got a call about gunshots here on Willow Street. When they got there, they found a teenage girl outside seriously hurt from what they believe was a gunshot wound. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Detectives believe some kind of argument or confrontation broke out among a group of people on the street, and that's what led to the violence. Right now, they're still trying to figure out exactly what happened and who's responsible. While police try to find answers, the victim's family is remembering the life of the teen.
She was so funny, she'll crack a joke on you quick, but then if you're not feeling too good, she always try to cheer you up. She always look at the brighter side of things. She never really was a negative person. She was always positive. She always tried to be positive.
Saunders says the pain of this loss is just beginning.
I just want you guys to just try to be strong. We're going to go through a difficult time, and it's not going to be easy, to let her go. And I really do love my whole entire family, regardless of whatever anybody has going on or whatever. I love you guys, and I pray that you guys stay strong.
Police are now asking for help from the public. If you saw anything or have any information, you can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. We'll keep following the story and update you as we learn more. Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
Thanks, Priscilla. And rescue crews found a missing boat submerged off the coast of New Haven and also found the bodies of 2 people who had been on board. Law enforcement spent today recovering the boat from the water and investigating what happened. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson was at the harbor where the boat and the victims were last seen before they died.
Devastating news out of New Haven. 2 people are dead after a boating accident, and police are still looking for answers.
The why and the how still a mystery, but what we do know is the bodies of a man and a woman were recovered by a dive team after their boat capsized on the harbor's break wall. And the pair was last seen Wednesday, heading to Stratford after a late-night dinner in New Haven. The last sign of life was a cell tower ping around 9:40 near the New Haven West break wall. State police and the Coast Guard spending Thursday scanning the coast, hoping to find the missing boaters. Police have yet to release the names of the 2 boaters, but we will be updating you as the investigation continues.
And police are asking anyone that has any information to call the Sector Long Island Command Center. We will have that number at our website at fox61.com. Reporting in New Haven, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Thanks, Victoria. In Windsor Locks, the railroad station is getting a serious upgrade. The historic railroad station has been in disrepair for years. Now that building is getting a makeover. Fox 61's Joe Monty is at the construction site of the new and improved station with what we can expect later this year.
Windsor Locks is getting a brand new train station. It's going to replace the current station, which travelers tell me has been in desperate need of an upgrade. Benjamin Fay takes the train from time to time and says he's glad change is coming.
We end up coming here to what we call our bus stop train station.
He calls the station the bus stop train station because he says that's what it looks like. He said it desperately needed the state's attention. Josh Morgan with the Connecticut Department of Transportation says we can expect a 500-foot-long platform. It'll be mostly covered and have built-in snow melting technology. In contrast to the current station, the new station will also be more accommodating for people with mobility issues. Morgan says Windsor Locks took on the project of giving the historic train station building a makeover. The building hasn't had much use for some time, but will become a welcome center for the new train station. The plan is for people to have access to a cafe, restrooms, and other perks. A noticeable improvement from the current station. Morgan shared some of the other benefits that come with the upgrade, especially for people that like to fly.
It's really nasty in the wintertime. It's hot in the summertime, it'd be great to have a place where you can wait for the train, be comfortable, have parking, have amenities potentially.
We're also really excited about making sure we have those connections to Bradley Airport with the Bradley Flyer bus route. So it could be a real game changer for people who want to maybe not drive to the airport. They can get on the train from Windsor Locks, or they could drive to Windsor Locks. A lot of connection points to help make travel easier for the public. It's more than just a train station project. It's really a safety and a connectivity type of project. So we're really excited. We're getting close to the finish line. This is going to be open and in service by the end of 2025.
Morgan says this revitalization will attract plenty of new people to the area. He says they'll be able to eat, shop, and even live within close proximity of the brand new station. In Windsor Locks, Joe Monti, Fox 61.
Thanks, Joe. And New Haven police are looking for a person who hit a bicyclist earlier this morning. Officials say a car hit a 51-year-old woman on a bike near MLK Boulevard and Orchard Street around 2:20. We're told the woman is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and police say the driver left the area after the crash. And police say a Norwich woman turned herself in and now faces multiple charges after a 3-car crash last year in Preston. Deichka Garcia Martinez has been charged with reckless driving and driving without a license. Police say she was driving on Route 2 when she hit 2 other cars. Garcia Martinez and 1 other driver were seriously hurt at the time. The 3rd driver only had minor injuries. Garcia Martinez turned herself in earlier this week, and she is now out on bond and due in court later this month. And state police say a Wyndham man overdosed in a car last month while 2 children were in the back seat. He was arrested and arraigned in court this week. Troopers say they found Nicholas Nateau and another person unconscious in a car at the time in a restaurant parking lot in Bolton. And both of them at that time had to be revived. Troopers say when they got there, 2 small kids were outside the car because they hadn't been strapped into their car seats and had let themselves out of the car as a result. Nateau has been charged with several crimes, including DUI, drug possession, and risk to injury of a child.